All right, let's do this. I'm debating. You can tell I'm delaying because I'm trying to decide if it's the easiest one from the bunch. It's the lowest area goal. That doesn't mean the easiest. Do I don't usually do guides for variants. I know this is different, but I mean, you can always read the restriction stuff. What you can't see is the reward, but it's one mastery medallion. It's always going to be one mastery medallion. So we're fine. I can always get out. I can always snip this and put it on YouTube as well. Afterward. If we complete it. Okay. Familiars. We're going to take our time here. Did that say in the block? In the block. Okay. And there's 3 champions who are not core evergreens. So what this tells me is we're doing one of 2 things. We're either doing a Shara DPS, or we're choosing a DPS that gets buffed well with core and evergreens. I would never do make us DPS. You could try. Just notice the Tails patron variants give a ton more influence. Well, no, they give the people. I don't understand. This is another reason why I wish they'd just done single reward. I want to be very clear, sub effect. They give the exact same influence and currency as any other patron variant of the same area completion goal. Like, so if you're doing something that says, like, so the third variant in the bottom row is like 1,600. Any other 1,600 patron for that same patron anywhere else would reward the same amount of influence and currency. Because patron rewards have always been based off the area goal and nothing else. Yeah. They read as if they're giving more, but they're not. They're just, if you can complete that, I want to be very clear, they're also harder than a lot of the other ones that you could do anywhere else in any other campaign. So if you can complete them in Tails, you should probably go look somewhere else for easier ones at that area or higher to do. It'd be more efficient. Yeah. But you're not, I want to be very clear. I get it. I hear this, I've heard this consistently since Tails came out, and I keep having to say it, and that's fine. I'll keep saying it because it's just a misperception. The Tails ones are actually more difficult than the regular world ones. Go do the regular world one. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. We can swap. We don't have to stick with champions the whole way. So that is nice. That was nice. So there's a pop-up that says these can't be next to each other. Everybody goes to 0 damage. That is nice. Okay. 3 champions who are not core or evergreen. Well, there's my 3. Because if I put her in, everybody goes red. Wow. This would necessitate current setup. This would necessitate a Crux DPS. But what we'd really want is that. So maybe Crux can just buff Windfall. Do rain. I mean, we definitely don't want Seraphine. Definitely not, definitely. Some of this may change as we get higher up as well. Okay. I mean, Dragon Bait, yeah. We do, hold on. We do Sorcerer version? This is definitely a puzzle. And I'm going to change the speed champions out later. I just want to go fast. For now. Can't use Fire Breath. Okay. So attempt 1 of who knows how many. We already got 360 damage, 1425. I don't think that's enough, but we've got 3 speed champions in who are not really buffing in the way that we could have buffers. So we're going to start like this. We're going to start like this. Working through the first 5 campaigns, yeah. I mean, yeah, there isn't early on. Again, I think, you know, Baldur's Gate in my patron. I think that guide has my recommendation for early variants to do, patron variants to do, yeah, across a bunch of campaigns. Those are the efficient ones. And if you have power to do more than that, from Baldur's Gate on is where you do more than that. Must have missed the tier 5 of the Tales favor. Is that new? No, it's been around since Tales 9 dropped. So two months, couple months, 2.5. Yeah. Why'd I go Black Dragon on Windfall? Because it's OP. Windfall gains the breaker roll, and she prefers to attack normal or hits-based enemies. It doesn't matter. Or armored or hits-based enemies. Her normal attacks coat the target in acid, dealing 6,530 seconds of bud-based damage. And all successful attacks against these targets break an additional piece of armored or segmented health. We're not going to be dealing with armored or segmented health here, I don't believe. So I'll take 6,500 damage, because if she's setting Bud, 1.5 is fast. If she's setting Bud, this is an outrageous amount more damage that she's doing. Like 6, yeah, just What is, hold on, I gotta, actually, I can't do that in my head. It was 3 seconds, so I can work off that. And I could just double it, I guess. Over 4,000 times the damage she's putting out from the acid. And it's because this ability, it's because these spec choices scale with an item. They're ridiculously strong. So I'll take that acid damage, please. Thank you. The flies call for Lae'zel for speed. I mean, that's an interesting way to get around it, yeah. Yeah. Again, there's knowledge of the game. They're trying to make sure you have knowledge of the game here. And this is kind of up, I'm going to be honest. These kind of things are kind of up Mars's alley, because Mars started a long time ago, years ago, before Mars ever worked for Idle Champions. Not just worked for Idle Champions, but streamed for Idle Champions. Before that, Mars used to do these challenges and just put out challenges for people like, hey, try to complete this, but with this kind of but with only these champions, and people would post their like pictures of them doing it and stuff. And that's kind of what this is, right? Like, show your actual knowledge of the game by trying to get through with just this type of setup. Naked Runs, that was different. That was the Vow of Poverty. That was Vow of Poverty. That was a different thing. You know what? Let me see if I can go find. Let's see if I can go find what it was called. These were specific challenge things that weren't. Okay. But man, that's from a while ago. And of course, the Marzawar challenge comes up. That was the thing we were going to do together. It's completely different. Wow. What did he call them? Announcing Mars' guiding hand, yeah. I wonder if there was, if it talked about it. I will get back to chat in a second, folks. Hold on. Posts, not comment. And let's go way back. I just went to his page. Easier. The Idle Trials. That's what it was. They were called the Idle Trials. Yeah, I will put this in chat. So what are the Idle Trials? Idle Trials are a series of optional fan-created in-game challenges for Idle Champions and Forgotten Realms. Think of them as self-imposed challenges, like how some people enjoy playing games on a higher difficulty by choice. They're unofficial adventure variants. Like the All Alone trial allows for the use of only a single champion of your choice. That's an example. Idle Trials project started November 1st, 2018, is regularly updated with nearly 100 players and over 1,000 submissions. Yep. But like one was called Alphabet Soup. No two champions information may have names which begin with the same letter of the alphabet. Lucky 7, you may only use 7 champions at a time, that kind of stuff. He was basically figuring out how to make variants back then, right? How does the Lauren's speed thing work? When she would kill something, it goes to attack and would kill them, whether it dies to her or click damage. If she has rush, like if she has her rush stuff available, she will rush at that moment up to a specific area, and that area is capped either by your favor or the amount of rush stacks she has, whichever's lower. Whichever's lower. So if you have 150 E150 favor and you have 200 rush stacks, I think it's something like this. I'd have to look it up exactly, but this is the idea. You would stop at 150, right? Thinner guy. Let me make sure I explain that. Yeah. So she gains a rush stack for every 10 areas she completes an adventure. She has a feat to cut that down to 5. But when she kills the first enemy and her first enemy in an adventure, she spends X rush stacks to skip to area X+1, which she just goes to X. And then it resets her stacks. But it's based off the highest area you can go to is limited by your favor functionally. Because usually you're going far enough that you have more than enough stacks. And that's why some people will run their favor up super high somewhere that they're gem farming on a regular gem farm. Well, any gem farm, because especially in a Briv, because when she skips all those areas, that's less areas for Briv to jump. You still get all the boss bags, right? So it happens once per round, yeah, right at the beginning, when she kills her first enemy. And if she kills her first enemy after the area where you would have rushed, she doesn't rush, right? It's not a flat value that just goes whenever you trigger it. It's to get you through the early part of an adventure. Yeah. I remember hearing about those Mars challenges thinking, that doesn't sound fun to me. Now that's the game, apparently. It was always the game, Idiot Control. That's always what variants were. Mars was just making variants that you could do on your own for fun. But now they're in the game, just like variants have always been, and you're getting in-game rewards. There was no reward before. Yeah. Getting a legendary feat for Dritz isn't really going to light a fire into me to do it right away. Well, that's fine. I mean, this is just where they started, but this one is solid, honestly. I know you're looking at it as 100%, but you got to remember this can level up to level 10. This can level up to level 10. And at level 10, hold on, we saw what this is. That's like 5 EO4. It would buff damage of all champions, so that's nice. It's just like a legendary effect, but it's a feat, right? Yeah. I mean, these first 3 are clearly based around building a solid Companions of the Hall formation. This one can be used anywhere. Yeah. So, and this one goes from 100% to 5 EO4, 5.12 EO4 per stack, stacking multiplicatively. So at 20 stacks, that's an E56 buff. Right? E56. So here we go. For each monstrosity, since the last one was killed, but caps at 25, which would go higher than E56, folks. Higher than E56. Let me just make sure I'm doing the math right on this. Hold on. 5.12 EO4 to the 20th. 1.59. No, that's not right. Wait, is it? Okay, hold on. That's why I wanted to make sure I got this correct first. Is it 4 stacks? No. What? How am I doing this wrong? So 5.12 EO 4% is just 51,200. That's EO 4. Okay. But it's percent. Oh, is it? Well, it's the curse of percentages instead of flat values. 100% would have been 2x. I don't think we get there that way either. Hold on. This is the problem. 2. Yeah, that's not it. It's trying to convert their values into actual flat values to then stack multiplicatively. Because 100% is 2x. 1,000% is 11x? Right? It's going to be 513. That's it. Okay. I just hadn't done that in a while. So 5.12 EO4 becomes 513x. I just haven't done this in a while. To the 20th. And then you add, so it comes out to 54, but then you add 2. Yeah, so that's the 159 E56. Okay. So if we do that with 25 now, Wolfgar's becomes 5.66 E69%. Nice. So Wolfgar at level 10 would get an E69, a 5.66 E69 buff just off this feat. As long as you got 25 stacks of monstrosity, kill 25 monstrosities. Holy. These things are strong, folks. So here's my thing. You might not care about Dritz DPS. You should care about Wolfgar support. You should care about Wolfgar support. And this is a new fee slot that doesn't repay it. I don't know, is it? I just thought it was a feat slot. Hold on. Because I'm kind of, oh no, I can look. Hold on. I can look over here. Does he have a legendary feat slot? I don't see one. Delcun, you have it. It's a different feat slot. Why doesn't it show up? You've got 5 feats for Lae'zel now. Okay. Delcun would know. He's got Lae'zel's feat. So I'm looking at it in the Discord. So yeah, you get this plus the other 4. Gee. These are real strong. Now keep in mind that's a level 10, which takes 345,000 total scales to get to. But that's ridiculous amounts of power. Ridiculous amounts of power. Can it be removed or is it always on? Why would you not always want it? There's reasons why you wouldn't always want it on, but I don't know. Delkun, can you take it off? I think there's a, you know what? Actually, I don't know. Can you take it off? You can take it off. Okay. Something I'm going to do over time, and also something I'm going to drop everything else to do today. Sure. But I think there's a lot of power here. And that to me is worth working for. Like those mastery challenges, the event mastery challenges, don't care. I don't care about the card sleeves. Some people do. That's awesome. I'm happy for them. I'll never do those until it's worth something. Also, aren't all three from Companions of the Hall? Yes. Well, no. 2 of them are. Drizzt and Wulfgar are. But Pwentz makes him a companion if you get it right. Makes him count as one. Would love to see something about the Trials rework or progress on that. Well, Bastions have to come out first. Right? Bastions are coming first. Trials in the Forge is after. Would that make Wulfgar into a sort of speed champ? So they're moving away from classifying champions that spawn enemies as speed champions. Now, the problem with that is that means they're not adding the speed roll to new champions that spawn enemies, but they haven't gone back and removed the speed tag from champions that do that already, and that's frustrating to me. Because that just confuses people. Risen also have Lazelles, can also confirm new slot. Nice. Yeah. Legendary feats are very similar to what I've always thought that legendary items should be. A single new slot with a cap at 10. I mean, legendary effects should have always been capped at 10, let's be honest. And yes, like I feel like if it had just been a single item, so as a single item, like a new item slot, legendary feats are what I had always kind of referred to as artifacts. I'd always wanted legendary artifacts in the game. But it's similar to it, because what I wanted is everybody to have an artifact slot. And then I wanted you to loot artifacts as you play of different rarities. But that artifact could go on anyone. And so mixing and matching and putting artifacts in different places. I always wanted that kind of system. We didn't get it. This is the closest thing to that. It's still, but this is more, hey, look, it's for this champion and this champion only. So it is a legendary feat. Like, it is a feat. It's, yeah. Feat specific, but it's the closest thing to the artifact system that we've seen. You just can't mix and match, right? Wulfgar has 2 feats that increase companions of the hall stacks. All the companions have 2 feats that can do that, and Pwent does too. Yeah. All the companions have feats that can increase those stacks. It's the Mithril Hall stacks is what they're called. I haven't heard about Bastion's Monkey House. Monkey House. Bastions are the redacted of the 3 things that they've been working on, which is Trials, the Forge, and Redacted. Bastions are a pathing system, is what they call it. It's going to be this whole visual thing with, like, you're going to have a bastion is like your stronghold, and you're going to be able to unlock rooms in it and upgrade it over time and stuff. It's they wanted it to come out this month, but we don't know when. They didn't have a fixed date. It might be next month. And that's going to happen before Trials in the Forge. Because it's built on, like, it's basically Bastions are finally the system that Justin had wished he was in the game from the beginning, which is you only get access to certain things when you achieve certain levels of power. I think that's what Bastions is doing to help drive you through the game. We'll see when it comes out. I don't know. Yeah. I did the Mastery Challenge, but forgot to buy sleeves. Yeah, that's one of the things that frustrates me is, I mean, at least you keep the tokens so you can use them on the next event, but Like there should just be a event mastery shop and it has like sleeves for every champion, but they do the whole FOMO thing with that one. This one goes to 20. Why not just make 10 stronger? Because this one goes to 20. Now they should have, it just should have stopped at 10 and there shouldn't have been 20 legendary levels worth of power in the game. Because they could always add more later, right? Never thought I'd say I love feet. And yet here you are. Yes. We can dress out our crib. I mean, we can. I don't know. They just said upgrade. They said upgrade. I don't know what that means. I know there's supposed to be some power from it, so. Just starting to get level 10 legendaries on my pushing team. I don't think I'll be able to complete most of these master variants yet. No, probably not. You're going to need item levels too. Gotta remember, I've got at least 1,000 item levels, but with this, where it's mostly core and evergreens, I've got like, 70, 80,000. Right? But that's not the same strength as an event champion with 70 to 80,000. Garen say they haven't updated the page to show us the next champion. Why would they? They haven't announced it yet. I mean, they did. They spoiled us, but that's 2 weeks away. It's not coming next week. It's 2 weeks away. The event doesn't start until the 5th. It's going to be Flint from the Heroes of the Lance. They told us that a long, long time ago. So we're getting another dwarf. Getting another dwarf. That's all I can say. We're getting another dwarf. And another Heroes of the Lance. This week is natural time. Friday is natural time gate weekend, yes. We'll have 2 natural time gate weekends in a row. And I got enough trouble clearing the house always wins. Never mind mastery challenge. Look, I almost quit over the house always wins. Finlay, so I feel you. Cheese it. Don't try to do it. Cheese it. And no, I'm not talking about the crackers. Those are delicious. Cheez-Its are delicious. But use cheese to get through the house always wins. I love the crackers. They're so good. Look, I grew up, raise your hand if you grew up eating goldfish, right? Like I grew up eating goldfish. Like goldfish was the snack. Like I had little baggies, in my lunchbox. I got my sandwich, I got my little drink, and I got a little baggie of goldfish. And I was like, oh, goldfish. But Cheez-Its are like, they're better. They're just cheesier. You want a stronger cheese flavor than goldfish. Oh, they're so good. Don't get me wrong. I will destroy some white cheddar goldfish. But Cheez-Its are so good. How do you cheese? I was gonna say, if you don't know how to cheese, ask and I will explain it. Monkey Ass cheesed it. Glad you did. I wish I had. They also spoiled the Lance hereafter. Is Caramon. Caramon is the first year 10 champion. Yes, High Harvest Tide. High Harvest Tide will be Caramon. Okay, so how do you cheese? Garlic Parmesan cheese? Oh yeah, those are good. Those are good. Goldfish, poor little rich guy. Hey, look, I got very few treats when I was a kid. We did not have a lot of money. This was the 70s. And they weren't as expensive back then. I've eaten more goldfish as a middle-aged man and father than I did when I was a kid. Same. Yeah. Same. Okay, my character on Microscape. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'll get to the cheese here in a second. My character on Microscape died to turkeys. I need to improve myself. Couldn't kill even one. What you need is the hat, the fox hat. You need the fox hat, Almeida. So to get the fox hat, you need a lucky paw. It's called a lucky paw. You might have one in your inventory. Lucky paws drop off mice all the way back. Like when you're killing mices all the way back in the kitchen, they have a 1 in 1,000 chance to drop off a mouse. You get a lucky paw, you trade it for the fox hat. You equip the fox hat, you fight the turkey, and the turkey's scared of the fox hat and doesn't attack you like it normally does. And that allows you to kill the turkey. You still need food equipped. You're going to have to heal. You need at least, I think you need to be like adventure level 15-ish and equip the fox hat. Oh, Casadega will sell you one. For a coin. Just call it a coin. We don't know what they are. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Okay. Cheesing the house always wins. So let's go. Let me go over here. Back in Eva? No, it's Turn of Fortune's Wheel? No, it's back in Eva Room. Was it here? Shoot. Where is it? Is it on the first one? No. Good Lord. Am I in the wrong place? No, it's all the way in the last part. God dang it. All right. House always wins. Oh. So, what you want to do here is you want to put your strongest 9 champions in. Like, you want to make your strongest possible formation. You're going to have to go 1,150 areas. So figure out what, like, if you need to go into the Rod of 7 Parts, put a champion everywhere except for here, build that formation, and then see if it can clear 1150 just on its own. Ideally, give it some runway, like something strong enough that it can go past that. But with the 9 champions you're going to have in this layout, save that formation, load it into the house always wins. With the familiars, you got to have enough familiars to level those 9 champions up, which you can, those are, you know, you can get that many. You're going to have to automate a single formation for free in the game. You can earn them. Set your familiars out, turn auto progress on, and then shut your game off. And give it at least 8 hours, maybe 12, right? Like put potions in. You can put potions in if you want. Like a huge, like the purple speed potion, purple damage potion, whatever, right? Purple potions if you want. When you fire it back up again, one of 2 things it should have happened. Either you beat it, or you have no champions in your formation and you're not to 1150 yet. If you're not to 1150 yet with 0 champions, that means, but you're at a high area, it just means your formation wasn't strong enough to go all that way, even if you thought it was. That's why I said you might want to test it in Rod of 7 Parts first. But offline, they keep trying to fix this, but until they actually finally do, offline calculates how far you went before it then runs the restrictions. So it gives you a shot. It gives you a chance. There's a chance you can cheese your way through that, and I highly recommend it because that's the worst variant they ever put in the game, and I almost quit over it. Yeah. So don't bang your head against that wall. You don't have to close the game, right? You can just move to another party. Ooh, I don't trust background parties for that. I'll be honest. So I just tell people to do it at night before they go to bed. Shut the game off. Come back the next day. Fire it up again. I went from Mises to Goblins, skip turkeys, but may farm them for food. Turkeys are a great early way to level up because they have a lot of health, but they're not doing a ton of damage once you have the Fox Hat, which means you're getting a real efficient XP per second ratio because the turkey is staying alive a long time. So you're constantly, every attack is getting you XP instead of you then after you kill something having to pause and wait for it to respawn and then do it again, right? So it's just those type of bosses. Turkey's considered a boss. Those type of bosses are really efficient ways to level because of that. Let me throw out some Microscape since we're talking about Microscape. I don't think I put any out today, so I'll put 2 out. Hey. Oh, we're supposed to give away Familiar. Oh my god. It's been a day, folks. It's been a day on a week. A lot going on. We're gonna give away 2 Familiars in Idle Champions. This is on Steam only. Steam only. I can't. If you're playing on Epic, I can't give you things on Epic. I can only give you things on Steam. If you're playing anywhere else, I can only give. Steam lets me gift almost everywhere. Epic has like regional restrictions. I mean, Steam has some restrictions, but I've only run into Steam's issues once. So what I can do is I can give away either, do I have any of these out right now? I do not. I can give away either the Iridescent Windling. There. It's cute and adorable. I can give away the Animated Arbor of Collaboration. There. It's cute and adorable. Or I can give away Snug the Spectator. Also cute and adorable. I give away one of these 3. We're going to give 2 away today. That's what we've earned from subathon goals. We're up through 6. So the 550 and 650 goal we just passed in the last 2 days. So we're giving away 2 Familiars. Deep Dish Pizza Mukbang is at 700. We're only 48 subs away from that. That sounds yummy. If you don't know what a mukbang is, I order the food. Or I go get the food. I bring it here. We stream. I show food. I eat food. I tell you what it tastes like. It's living vicariously through someone else. It's a shared experience. I put tasty things on this time. Well, the Buldak Carbonara, I don't know. That's some spicy noodles. We'll see how that goes when they get here. We'll see how that one goes. I was hoping that was going to be tomorrow, but they haven't shown up yet. Did I say I was going to do that tomorrow or next week? Maybe it's next week. Oh, it's next week. Tomorrow's barbecue. That's right. Tomorrow's barbecue. Stop by tomorrow for the stream. I'm going to be eating Oklahoma barbecue. Ah, good stuff. All right. Giveaway. Giveaway is open. Giveaway is open. For anybody who plays on Steam and doesn't have one of those 3, enter the giveaway. I have to find turkeys. Where are they? Fincewell Fields, yeah. You need something to lure them. Yeah. Haven't done it in a while. Grain. You need grain to lure them. You get grain from picking wheat. Yeah. And you need the fox hat. Spectator is adorable. It is, Dirty Vagrant. It is. When you pick the wheat, wear your gardener's gloves. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things. They might not have those yet. Because you get those off the turkey, don't you? We can get you gardener's gloves, though. Love adding stir-fried meat and veggie to Buldak. Nice. I'm just going to try it as it is. I'm going to do that Buldak Carbonara. I'm hoping it arrives in time for next Thursday. Someone at work said to use chicken bouillon with the water, drain that, then add milk and cheese to make the Buldak better. Hey, if you, yeah, maybe. That's a lot of extra stuff. G squared, did you say something about a giveaway? I may have added that to the soundboard. But no, I was watching some Korean cooking game show, right? And the thing I liked is they did like a convenience store challenge where you had to go in and you had to use stuff that you found in a convenience store, but then elevate it, like make it better. And I thought that was amazing. I was like, why don't people do that with chefs? Like, that's such a great thing, because then everyday people can go, oh yeah, that's like this thing you could get from a convenience store, but then you just add these things. And yes, the black spoons versus the white spoons. Yes, it's the Korean, it's the class warfare or whatever. Oh, so good. I love that cooking show. It's so good. Yeah, it was season 1 of that class cooking challenge, whatever, with black spoons versus white spoons. I don't think they did it in season 2, and I was mad because I think that's the best one I've ever seen. They did once on Top Chef and the chefs did not do well. Wow. I think it should be a regular challenge, because I think it really shows like if you can elevate regular foods, like not only is it great for the viewers to see, but man, you're really showing that you could do something with a limited ingredient. But doing it on things like the pre-made ramen stuff and noodle stuff, that seems real smart. Like, just make it like taste even better. Hell yeah. All right, folks, we got 18 people who entered in so far.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
You do have to be here to win. This is Steam only. One of the three familiars down here at the bottom. That's all I can give away. If you have them already, I can't do anything for you. We're gonna draw them here momentarily. We're about 600 areas away from finishing this. We're getting there. We got 2 familiars to give away, so I'm going to give away. I'll draw 2 different people, 2 different winners. Winner, familiar dinner. Oh no, that's not. Ordinary canned UK baked beans don't taste very ordinary once I get at them with my spice cupboard. Nice. I have a feeling UK baked beans versus US baked beans are very different things. Very different things. Because man, I love me some baked beans, but baked beans here are like, that's like barbecue baked beans, like baked beans. You could do that with some barbecue. They are tasty. I think the show too, where gourmet chef made gourmet meals out of canned food to show it could be done. That's great. I want more of that. Yes, beans are sweet compared. Yeah, there's usually like molasses. I think molasses originally what was put into them, but who knows what is now. Now it's probably corn syrup. I think UK baked beans is beans and tomato sauce. Yeah, it's a different. I mean, it's kind of. It might be a tomatoey sauce, but I think because they add the like molasses to it. Yeah. But it's definitely got a different flavor profile. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Let's draw our first winner and see if they're here. Zirak. Post in chat if you're here. Because we got to do a whole thing where I forgot this part, but you are here. Awesome. Here's what you got to do. You gotta go into Steam, and you gotta add me with that as a friend. You can, after I give this to you, you can always remove me, or you can leave it. I don't care. But I can only give away things to people on my friends list. So go ahead and add me to Steam. When they do, I will get you that animated armor of collaboration. Also, very much what brand of can? Yeah, sure. Brands are always going to have a slightly different flavor, but wouldn't want to be friends with Gar. Well, I don't like. I'm not out there chatting on in Steam. We chat in the Discord. And Bush's baked beans, right, Doug? Yeah, honestly. I do enjoy me some Bush's baked beans. They've got like original and home style now too, which have different flavor profiles, and I've enjoyed both. I've enjoyed both. Okay, accepting that as a winner. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah. It's Duke, yeah. It is Duke. I knew it was a D. It sounded right. Sounded right. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get you the armor. Give me a hot second here. This is gift. Continue to gift options. New friend receiving as soon as possible. Yes. Yes, from there. I should really go make sure I still have money in that account. I've been giving away a lot of familiars. Okay. You should have it. You should have it right away. Let me know. Let me know. Still got one more to draw. Hashtag giveaway for anybody who hasn't entered. Still got everybody entered. I haven't like reset it or anything. We're just pulling out of the same group. It's strangely familiar. What the hell? Zirak, did you get it? It should have given it to you. All right, let me do a draw. You got it. Okay. Awesome. Let me draw the last winner. For now. Hey! Almeida Alvaro. Almeida, are we friends on Steam yet? If not. Let me know. Also post in chat so I know you're still here. I know you're around. You're always around. Okay, here we go. There. Add that via the friend code. That one makes me happy. Oh, it makes me happy. I had to do the whole part. I was like, I could just stop it and give it away now, but I was like, no. You gotta do the whole thing. Microscape question. Is fur from bears actually useful right now? Can you turn into anything? That's a good question, because I killed some bears. Doesn't look like it. It looks like you just, right now, it looks like you just sell it for coins, which is fair because I was killing monks and they drop coin bags that you have to then sell for coins. So it sounds like that's what's going on. Okay, let me get that out to you. Oh, which one do you want, Almeida? Do you want the Iridescent Windling, Snug the Spectator, the Animated Armor collaboration? I should get the Final Fantasy victory noise, though. The armor? Okay. As soon as possible. Okay. It should have gone through. Closing the giveaway. Coinbase feel like you should be able to like redeem for the coins, but you do. You just sell them. They're worth a certain amount of coins. It's just a swap. Oh, why is someone buying it for one over vendor? They're gambling. They're gambling that it's going to be useful after. Like after a rework or after launch or something. Like they're gambling. They don't know if it will be. And they've got the money to spend. Like there's some people who've been playing Microscape for like probably like a year now or close, who have so much money that they're gambling their money. People have chosen the Spectator and people have chosen the Windling. It's just sometimes different people want different things. So that's why we offer up all three. Well, I offer up all three because those are the only 3 cash DLC available in the shop. So that's the only way I can thus give them away. Give them away now. Wait, why does it say I have one in my cart? I don't know. Add to cart. View my cart. No, see, no, remove. There's my cart is empty. Okay. Steam's just being silly. Almeida, let me know that you got it. Because it is being a little weird to me. But I did already go through my... Steam issues did that to me with a game last month, yeah. Until someone posts and says they got it, though, I always worry. Yeah, we're getting closer to needing more damage. I mean, there's a lot of changes. There's no restriction here that says I can't just keep swapping champions out until I get the right one. So that makes this one not as problematic, right? Still going to be a challenge. Because there is, yeah, so there's going to be a rebalance probably before the game launches. So they're just gambling that a rebalance would be useful and that they'll do something with them. Because before the game launches, they're going to wipe all the accounts. There will be an account reset. Everyone will start over from scratch. So they don't get to carry stuff over into launch. You get to carry like, there are certain things you can carry over into launch that are permanent, like pets, right? It'll say on it if it's a carryover. But yeah, everything else is just they're bored. They've got money. They're spending it. Just in case something changes in an upcoming rebalance. So if I get all the pets in time, yeah. I don't know if I can either. I have 2. And I think it was confirmed that they're going to be harder to get after, like, post-launch. But that, I mean, but post-launch, you got all the time in the world, right? Like right now, I'm being a Ghostbuster. I'm busting ghosts. I'm up to 8 blue flames. How many have I killed though? 1,820 ghosts out of 2,500. That'll be the last of the 2,500 kills. I will have all the, well, except for crocodiles. But I don't have telekinetic gloves to do the trick. Just do the crocodiles. Where did the telekinetic gloves come from? So I'll move on to the it's 5,000s after that. I'll move on to that. I haven't been doing the bosses at the different levels. I was leaving that. Oh, I am up to 50 defense. Pretty good. Feels pretty good. Doesn't help me much against the ghosts. Ghosts are harder to dodge, seems like. Seems like. Oh, it looks like lots of things after ghosts are hard to dodge. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Should I be getting higher attack? I mean, I'm at 84% chance to hit. It feels okay. I should probably level up my attack, though. Let me switch to attack. My attack's only at 44. I'll get everything up to 50. The Ghostbusters theme song says, "Bustin' makes me feel good." Yeah. It does. It does. You do keep the maps, though? Yes. Yeah. The maps and the pets, once you earn them, you keep them. Looks like everything from audience favorite. Yeah. Yeah. I don't actually know all the different things from audience favorites, so I didn't want to try to list them all off. Ice Warriors. Okay. Where are those? Oh, those are way up there. Good Lord. Why do you need something from a level 57 monster to be able to get loot off of... I don't even know. Off a level... What level is it? 18 enemy. What? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, they're trying to buy them. Good Lord, they're not going to buy them for that. Holy crap. The cheapest pair of telekinetic gloves on the market is 800,000 coins. I know, Baishikira, but they're the lowest. And so to get loot off of them, like needing to have something off of something that's 40 levels higher than them to be able to loot them feels rough. Especially if the cost of them on the of those gloves on the market is 800,000 coins. But no, I saw that there's, well, crocodiles are the lowest safe spot. Fire dwarfs you don't have to be in a safe spot for. Black knights you don't have to be in a safe spot for. Ice warriors you don't have to be safe. Fire elementals you don't have to be safe. Lesser demons you have to be safe. But that's after the ice warriors, so that's fine. See where I'm going with that? So there's really only two that you have to use those for. One of them, 40 levels before where you loot the item, seems silly. Seems silly. You also need good magic 33. What? Oh, I don't care about the ability. Wait, no, the ability is what gets you the stuff. Hold on, what? I'm yeah, because you need telegrab loot. Level 33 good magic. Yeah. That should not have been a requirement for a level 18 monster. That should just straight up should not have been a requirement for a level 18 monster. What do crocodiles give? Their meat, coin pouches, sigils, their boots. Yeah. Oh. Crocodiles drop the titanium ring. Is that it? Is it just chasing the ring? I think it is. I think it's just that people want to chase the only ring in the game off the crocodiles. I think isn't that the only place it comes? Yeah. It's the only enemy in the game that drops the ring. That's what it is. Still seems silly. Still seems silly to me. Okay. I think the idea behind Crocs is a low-level ranged only monster is a way to level up range safely. Sure, you don't get the loot, but you get the skill level without worry. I mean, but if you're already used to leveling up ranged off, and if you're already used to leveling up like melee with food, then why do you care? That's my thing. I don't. Who cares? I mean, I think it's like, so you don't have to use 2 consumables. There's the actual stronger argument, because food is a consumable and so are arrows. That's the stronger argument, but if you don't get any loot, it's just like, you're sacrificing so much. You're not making any money, but you're spending money on arrows, or you're taking time to make them yourself. You're spending something on them, right? There's some problems there. There's some problems there. All right, we're speaking like here. We're gonna need more damage. So let's bring in Birdsong. Nope, we got 2 Tabaxis next door to each other. Can't have that. There we go. Look at the damage that went up. We went up so much damage with Birdsong. Good lord. Time is look, time is everything in RuneScape. Microscape. It might be in RuneScape as well. Arrows take forever, they do. Hate the whole headless arrow not giving XP thing. It's, well, not being in the fleshy menu is a problem. Well, no, it is in the fleshy menu, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it's down at the bottom. Headless arrows is at the bottom, Casadega. It's scroll down to other actions. It should be at the top as needing zero level. That's my problem with it. It should be at the top. It's at the bottom. But I did go through and review all of that stuff, and the overall XP you get for making the whole thing makes sense. Like, it is. I get that headless arrows are weird, but yeah, it's just a part of the process. If somebody else made the headless arrows for you, sure. I mean, you get a lot of money. Someone might sell you headless arrows. And if you'd rather spend money than time, you can. You can. I'm not sure. I think in the rebalance, I don't know. I think people have asked in the rebalance that there aren't any no XP steps. But the problem is that the end result is everything is balanced to include those, or it's supposed to be. Some of those balances are off, but they're all pretty well aligned in the arrows. If I remember correctly. I have to check my spreadsheet. I made a spreadsheet. You've been going through a skill tree to get through it? Yeah. Fletching is, I've done fletching. I am level 32, so I've done a bit of it. Done quite a bit of it. Let me pull up spreadsheet. Because man, kill turkeys to get feathers, use feathers to fletch arrows, use arrows to kill turkeys. That's a loop. That's definitely a loop you can do. I fish to get feathers. I fish to get feathers. Where's fletching? Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, like, headless arrows is weird. Sure. I get it. But yeah. I mean, there's some... Does it go up pretty equally? Bronze arrows into bows. And then iron arrows. And then the next oak bows, steel. Yeah, everything moves up. The only one that doesn't get better is like willow bows is better than mithril arrows. Like you don't... Mithril arrows should have gone up and they don't. Like it becomes the bows after that. And the arrows from mithril onward are garbage for XP compared to making bows for XP. If you're thinking about leveling, it gets real bad. Is that why they call it fly fishing? There's an item that gets you feathers when you're fishing. Yeah. Hold on, what is it? Now I'm like, what item is it? I have it. The plume? Something plume catcher? That's the ability. Feather cap. Okay. Just trying to... Yes, plume catcher is the ability. It comes on the feathered cap. You get a feathered cap. You need leather, one ball of wool, and 5 feathers. And you can make a feathered cap. It will get you the plume catcher ability, which is a 20 when it's maxed, is a 20% chance to obtain a feather when fishing. I get feathers from that. Because you need the food. I use fishing to get the food so that you can fight the things. You can fight the turkey and get even more feathers, sure. What outfit is on Blueshie? Kitten Lord. You got to be kidding me, right? That's what you're thinking, but no, it is. It's Kitten Lord Blueshie. Kitten Lord Blueshie. So you got Thespian Blueshie. She was experimenting in college? No. Chosen of Vecna, and then no skin. Yeah. Kitten Lord. You'll see this outfit in some of the adventures too, like in the background on the ground, like it's... I can't remember which ones, but... Almost as good as Dad Hen, like Mahen's World's Greatest Dad. Yeah, it's up there. There's a reason I have it, right? I don't get skins for all of them. I like this one a lot because of the mustache and goatee. Like they got a little Van Dyke action going on. Isn't that the Van Dyke? It's just a mustache and a goatee. It's great. Great. Oh yeah, snack time. Today's snack is not sponsored, but you know, I'd love it if some company wanted to sponsor snack time. Today it's nacho cheese Doritos. It's nacho cheese because it's my cheese. Nachos. All right, G Squared. Thanks for hanging out. was just thinking while I was snacking that at this point in Mastery Variants, if someone wanted to do it, I'm not gonna. You could start creating a tier list. Because with only 8 variants, you just...
Moisture is the essence of wetness.
Stretch Monster, new from Kenner. Stretch.
Oh, got cut off. Because you could do like this one, and then the next one you would go, okay, well, is the next one harder or easier than this one? And then you'd put that in the list. And then the third one, well, was it harder or easier than that, right? Like you just, every time you do one, you go harder or easier than these and slot it in. It would get way more difficult over time, but... But you could try to differentiate, like, easy, medium, hard, super hard. Kill Sneck. Collect Sneck Egg. Kill Cockatrice. Collect Giant Plume. Split Giant Plume for 1,000 feathers? What? Wild. Yeah, I haven't been trying to kill the bosses. The boss is anything that needs something to lure it out, I believe. Even 100 feathers is a lot. 1,000 seems like way too much. But I mean, it is called a giant plume. I don't know. Mars can help with the formation for your mastery variants. He better. He designed them. He designed them. He better be able to help people with them. Let me go look. Where's the cockatrice at? Cockatrice is 44. Okay. My to hit chance would be 69%. Nice. Dodge at 64. I mean, yeah, I could pull it off, I think. And it is 100 feathers, but you can split plume times 10 for 1,000, right? There's an option to do 10 of them at a time, and that's 1,000. So I see where you were going. So requires snake eggs. Does it need anything else special other than the snake eggs? Is there some secret thing for a cockatrice? I know it requires snake eggs, but like the fox hat requires, I mean, the turkey requires grain, but it also needs a fox hat, right? It doesn't tell you that. But if you want to survive it, you need a fox hat. Is the cockatrice the next boss? Oh, a moss giant is group combat, but doesn't require anything to fall it. Yeah, cockatrice would then be the next boss after them. Okay. I mean, I might be able to live through that. I should try it. How many snack eggs do I have? I got 34 snack eggs. That seems like a low number, if I'm being honest. For killing 2,500 snacks. Mm-hmm. Only other boss that has a trick to it besides Turk is the sandworm. Okay. I wore my fox hat when I tried to fight the cockatrice, because in my mind, cockatrice equals bird. I would have done that too. What level, what adventurer level were you, Cassadagan? If you remember. I'm up to 47. So I feel like I could do it. Okay, you're in your 30s. Okay. Well, I got some salmon. Why don't I go try to kill the cockatrice? I just killed a ghost, so that means a good time to leave. It's a fine time to leave me, Lucy. Wait. Let's see what happens. I'm traveling to Elshand Temple Ruins. I'm going to say Elshand, but if it ends up being shaped like a hand, I will change my statement. What the hell? Oh. They will brew a vial of poison for me. I have venom sacs. I don't have the nature runes or vials. Oh, look, it's a cockatrice. How hard is it hitting me? That's what's going to determine it. How hard is it hitting me? 0 so far. Hit me for 2. 2 I can handle. Manually feeding instead of automatic, is that what you mean? That's what I'm wondering about, is if I have to manually feed, then I'm not high enough level yet. In my mind, because I want to do this 100% idle. But if it'll auto feed myself, then I'll be fine. Killed it. I killed one. Okay. And I got a giant plume out of it. Is that guaranteed? It's probably guaranteed, right? Yeah, you always get a giant plume. Okay, that's all I got. I'm guessing what we really want are the sigils, right? And a carcass. A carcass and some good sigils. That's probably. But this will, I mean, I'll take these plumes for when I try to do ranged more. How, if at all, do I raise my base health from 10? You level up your combat skills. The easiest 3 to do is attack, strength, and defense. And it totals those together and divides them by 3. And that's your adventurer level. And your adventurer level, every time you go up an adventurer level, you get health. But I think you start at like 10 health, and then I think maybe you start getting more health after 10. Yeah, because I'm 47 and I have 47 HP. So once your adventure level gets high enough, every level will start giving you HP. But yeah, I have 47 HP. But I mean, I'm sitting at like 18 health. And every time I kill one, and when these get me below a certain amount of health, I'm eating auto-eating food that I have equipped that's keeping me alive. But, yeah, I could do this. I got a carcass. Yay! Prized as bait for larger predators. All right, I can do this until I run out of snack eggs. Does it consume a snack egg every time? Looks like it. Yeah, chicken isn't a great food to be using at against the big stuff like that. For sure. It just doesn't heal much. That's why I'm using salmon. It's a much bigger heal. Yeah. So salmon's going to throw down what, at 9? 8 or 9? 9. 9. And that's a big deal. Right. So basic buzzing here, as someone said before, if you do the if you do Lae'zel, you get through this a lot quicker. I chose Belushi. And you're seeing the difference, right? It's taken me, well, 51 minutes of a speed potion, but an hour and a half just to get up into the 1300s. We'd have been here faster with Lae'zel. But I wanted Belushi tanking, so that's the trade-off. You can't put in Belushi later. She has to be in from the beginning. Yeah. So we need to see, we still got 2 speed champions. I like Yorvin. I like Yorvin in. So I think Yorvin would go for Umon? Because Melf actually has a solid buff right now. Umon's not buffing at all. There we go. Yeah, a lot more damage. 482. And then we've still got Melf. Herself in the calms behind her. Oh god. I wasn't even buffing properly with. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. 534. That's better. That's better. Okay. Now we've got everybody into proper places. We should have plenty of damage now. Yeah, he wasn't. He was just speed. He was just speed before. Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be Bruno or Nerds, and honestly, Nerds probably buffs better at the moment. I hate to say that, but Nerds has legendaries. Nerds has level 10 legendaries. You know what? Dragonbait buffs in all directions. Dragonbait buffs within X number of spaces. So we could do this. Let me shake the cart. We keep shaking until we get the right combination. Orange, red, and green, I believe. But the distance Dragon Bait buff depends. So right now I'm within 2 slots. Within 2. But a different type of formation could make him buff throughout an entire formation. He has requirements. But I knew we were pretty safe in this one. Man, I just cannot get the right nerds. Green and yellow. That's not bad. Gets a little heal for Belushi. We'll take it. Take it. Heals 6 HP per second. What? Wild. But it's actually ended up EO8 after all is said and done. But yeah, this would have been a lot faster with Lae'zel. I recommend Lae'zel. If you have another tank that you can use, you've got other tanks you can use. I could have used Miria, honestly. I would have had to readjust this formation, made the formation differently, but yeah. Force Grey Master? What? Did I miss that one? I don't remember one that said Force Grey. Did I skip that one? I did skip this one. Force Grey takes sides. All the Force Grey champions start in the formation. They can be moved but not removed. You can't add any other champions with the DPS role. Oof. 2 of Vajra's Stone Golems accompany on this adventure. All champions join the faction war. All champions in even bench seats support the Zentrum, and all champions in odd bench seats support the Xanathar. You've got to have 2 different DPS. So you have to have dual DPS. Yeah, that sucks. Only DPS are Jamil and Archon. That's not true. You've got Hitch. You've got Hitch. Well, Force Grey, honestly, should have been Tomb of Annihilation. If we're being completely honest. But I get why they put it in Waterdeep. I do. Because Vajra. But Tomb of Annihilation was like that. Was Force Grey went to Tomb of Annihilation. I guess I totally skipped that when we were going over them earlier. Wait, is it a Great Baldur's Gate 3? I don't... Guess I don't get it. I think the greatest Baldur's Gate 3 joke is Gale. I said it! I said it. I don't know if that deserved a rim shot. Is that it? I can't stand Gale in Baldur's Gate 3. He was the most useless character for me. But I have a specific playstyle. My assumption is that Dark Urge can qualify for any variant, including Mastery variants. I mean... the problem there is if all Force Grey are forced in... Wait, no, Dark Urge is 10? Wait, where's Dark Urge? No, he's here, isn't he? Yeah, he's here. Then Jamila's already there, and you might not be able to swap. So, that creates problems. That creates problems. So here's Force Gray. Those 5. So those seats would be locked. And you'd have to fill with the other 5. You have to fill with the other 5. And it has to be champions. No, can't use anybody with a DPS tag. So, if you're going to use anyone else to DPS, it has to be someone who's a super secret DPS like Hitch. But then Jamila and Archon are along for the ride, is what's going on. The rimshot button is new. It's been around a little bit. I have a sad trombone button for when the joke doesn't land.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
My jokes always land. You're welcome, Almeida. And nobody's restricted, so DM can't pull anyone. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you have access to anybody you want. You just those 5 seats, except in those 5 seats. Oh, DM could pull other DPS champs. Oh, could he, though? Interesting. I mean, it could be helpful. It could be very helpful to you because, like I said, I think there's a version of that where you just treat Jamila and Archon as NPCs and don't use them at all. And you build an 8-person formation that goes through that. But you'd have to rely on Hitch as one of your DPS. And then you could bring in whoever you wanted for the other one. What do you get for the mastery? Medallions is what they are. They're called medallions. So for doing the straight up mastery ones, you can save up 7 to get a legendary feat. 6, there are 2 escorts already. Oh, that's right. Still might be worth it. But then you're only getting, then you can't do it because DM is the 6th. Wait, no. No, you'd have 3, but one of them's DM, who is also then an NPC escort. So you have 5 champions. That's rough. So this is these. And they're currently selling Lazelles for cash, but when it's after 6 months, it will show up over here as well. These are huge. They aren't huge right off the bat. They're basically like legendary effects, but they're multiplicatively stacking and they're pre-stacks because you can level these up with Scales of Tiamat, although it takes a lot of them. More than legendary effects. But this one specifically, the reason I came to this one, for Wolfgar, puts out an E69 buff at level 10. Nice. It's damage all champions. So he gets an E69 damage all champions buff at level 10 without counting anything else down here. Ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. I didn't do the math on any of these. Yeah. I don't know. 1000% per. Yeah. Because this is the good generic one. This is the truly like generic. The other two, Dritz, do you want to Companions of the Hall formation? Quint, you want to Companions of the Hall formation, but Wolfgar could be used anywhere and get an E69 buff. Lazelle could be used anywhere. Hers is pretty big too. What's that? E56. At 20 stacks, Lazelle's is an E56 at level 10. So big stuff for those. And then if you do the patron version, there's new skins for Human and Jarlaxle. You think of them as prestige skins. Now these, you get a different amount of tokens from these. I don't like it, but whatever. You get patron mastery medallions based on the area goal of the variant you're completing. But roughly, I mean, currently it's equal to about, I mean, that's 7 of them. I don't know. Well, it might be less. I don't know. I think they should have just done it as single. Well, I wasn't saying go use Dungeon Master. I was just pointing out that you're restricting yourself even further because you're adding another NPC. Yeah. You get the Lae'zel for money, you get DPS pigments too. Yeah, 6 DPS pigments. Yeah. Did you check the Lae'zel one? I did, yeah. I see no point in her adding Ceramorphosis stacks unless you rely on the Dark Urge's DPS. That's not true at all. Lae'zel herself counts Ceramorphosis stacks for her buff. And you're giving her, and it's a pre-stack, and you're giving her another stack. Now, it's better the more absolute adversaries you have in the party that actually care about Ceramorphosis. Like, it's not going to help Karlach at all. But it will help, like Zell would be helping herself with that, but wouldn't be helping Karlach. But if you have more absolute adversaries in that buff bigger base pre-stack off Ceramorphosis, which everyone else does except for Karlach, then you're fine. Hey, we did our first one. We've completed basic buzzing. All right.
Job's done.
Can't qualify for the Force Grade Challenge. You can't switch to Virgil, but he's still available. Oh, because Virgil qualifies, so Kent can go in. There you go. Yeah.